we're going to start bringing all the guys out. By the way, I'm always really bad about this. I need to introduce myself. I'm Mickey Stischer. I'm the director of music here at LaPorte High School and director of the jazz band that's set up and ready to go. I know they've had a lot of fun. I always tell them, I don't know that they realize till later just how much of an honor this is, as I tell them to be the sidemen to the stars, which is really what they are, backing these guys up. It's just such a neat opportunity for these guys. As I've said, this is 25 years. I remember that very easily because this is my 26th year to teach here at LaPorte High School, and this is something that I felt was very important. It's something I've done in every school district I've taught in, and it's always gotten just tremendous feedback. I know these guys have been, I've seen this, as we would say as musicians, as crescendo in their excitement over the last few weeks as they knew we were coming up on tonight. But I have to say, this would not be possible without the assistance of one of our guest artists that I know many of you know, because most of you, a lot of you out there are regulars. And you've been with us maybe all 25, I'm not sure. But this gentleman, I owe so much to him. When I was literally a snot-nosed kid, first-year band director, I stumbled into this guy and would drag him out of bed to come rehearse my freshman jazz band in Jefferson City, Missouri at 6:30 in the morning. And trust me, he still reminds me of that regularly. I was just taunted a bit yesterday about that. But I can't say enough about this guy and what he's done for jazz education in our country, literally. His school hosted the first GEN conference, the Jazz Education Network, which is an unbelievable convention. GEN appeared after the International Association of Jazz Educators kind of went away. And he was real instrumental, no pun intended, of getting this organization going and hosting their first conference, which was literally a who's who of jazz musicians from all across the country and the world. But he really is the guy who puts this together. We talk a lot back and forth about it. As a matter of fact, we'll probably start talking about it like tonight when this is over, about what we want to do next year. But we owe so much to him, and I know a lot of you know him, and at this point, I want to bring him out and have him actually introduce all of our guest artists before we get them going with the jazz band. Ladies and gentlemen, an honor to bring out to the stage for our 25th year, and he's been here for all of them, Mr. Jim Whitener.
Wow, I'm not sure I know how to speak after that. Very humbling, but thank you, Mickey. And all I can say is it certainly doesn't seem like 25 years because we have so much fun when we get here. It doesn't seem like these folks that you see on the stage right now that you heard earlier, along with their wonderful directors, are the ones that really do the work, as you well know. But 25 years, wow. Thank you for being here and helping us celebrate 25 years. Has this been a great concert already? I'll tell you what, those middle school bands, Boston and Castling, and then the studio band and the lab band and what you're about to hear, and none of this happens without the folks standing in front of them. So I want you to put your hands together right now and help us thank Matt and Megan Sullivan, Chuck Steck, and Mickey Stischer for everything. So I want to thank the Yamaha Corporation for helping sponsor myself over the years, and the Edwards Instrument Company for helping sponsor Mr. Clay Jenkins for being here this evening. Without further ado, I would like for you to meet all of these gentlemen. Some of you have met already, but in a little more formal setting. I'd like you to welcome, please, He's the Professor Director Emeritus of the Jazz Program at Southern Illinois University in Edwardsville, formerly with Stan Kenton, has written so much wonderful music for a lot of bands all over the country over the years. Please, once again, put your hands together and say hello to Mr. Brett Stamps, if you will. Gentleman that you met earlier, first met him when he was a jazz trumpet player with Stan Kenton, and now records with the Clayton Hamilton Jazz Orchestra, and Diana Krall, and just so many names. You can read the bios. He's now professor of jazz trumpet at the Eastman School of Music in Rochester, New York. Once again, give it up for the wonderful Mr. Clay Jenkins. Gentlemen you've already heard and met. He is now the director of the Jazz Studies program at Southern Illinois University in Edwardsville. One of the great jazz guitarists in the country, one of the finest educators. We've worked together for many years at summer jazz camps. He's recorded numerous CDs with folks like John Pizzarelli and so many others. Please say hello once again to the fabulous Mr. Rick Hayden, if you will. A couple of folks that you have not met yet, but you're going to hear them here yet this evening. Fabulous jazz pianist that I've also had the honor of working with at my summer camps, and we teach together. He's worked with such greats such as Clark Terry and Louis Bellson and Buddy DeFranco and so many others. Great educator, marvelous jazz artist on piano, Mr. Ken Keener. And a young man that we had up here actually a couple of years ago, and he's just so great to work with, great at working with these students. And we got him to take time out of his touring schedule with Doc Severinsen to come here and be with us this weekend. One of the great jazz drummers, big band, small group, it doesn't matter what genre you put him in. Makes his home in Dallas, Texas. Please say hello to Mr. Stockton Helbing. And last but certainly not least, a young man that you got to meet just a little while ago. And every time that all of us get to work with him, it truly is a great honor. He inspires audiences literally all over the world, and particularly when we get to work with wonderful folks like we've been working with last night and today. Some of you may have seen him back in years past as musical director of Saturday Night Live. He tours on occasion with all the little chick singer, Barbra Streisand. This guy just does it all. He's toured with Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I first met him, we played together on the Woody Herman Band back around 19, somewhere along in there. But a lot of you, probably most of you, know him, of course, now as from the movies and the recordings and appearances. Please welcome Mr. Blue Lou himself, Mr. Lou Marini, if you like. He just informed me that was in 1968, so I guess it was 68. I was 11 years old at the time. I don't know how many of you saw this just a few nights ago watching David Letterman. And so we're, Lana and I, my wife and I are watching the show. And all of a sudden, this saxophone player comes out of nowhere, and this smoke and fog and everything else, just playing saxophone, you know. Walks through the audience, out the back door, is, you know, Dave does sometimes some crazy things, but that saxophone player was Mr. Lou Marini. That's what he played. All right, we're going to get things cranked up here once again. You're about to hear a wonderful, wonderful band. It's always a great pleasure to get to work with them. So how about a nice welcome for the LaPorte High School Jazz Band. Under the direction of Mr. Mickey Stisser.